Hey guys, we are back with a vengeance. Right, so hang on a second. Don't know what the heck that is. Yeah, we had a power strip outage. Let me get the music back and shit. Can't remember where it is now. Obviously not there. Ah, wait a minute. It's in here. Okay, it's not there. Where the heck is it? It should have been in there. No, my computer's pretty good. It usually doesn't actually screw up that much, right? But what I can't find, and I can't remember, and it's because I'm having to do all this now, is the fact that I can't remember where the music is. Now, I don't know where this has happened, right? So I'm just going to have to close these. I don't know what we've lost. Might not have lost anything, and that's in the wrong place, so we're not too worried about that. Right, we were in the test map. Not that it really matters that we changed anything in the test map per se. Right, but I've just got to set some things up again while we're loading. We are still on 999 subscribers. I took that chance, by the way, when I did crash to go and get a cigarette, so that's been done. Right, and now I'm completely lost on what I'm doing. Well, not really, but just need to add tags and stuff. That's doing its thing. Well, Unreal Engine's doing its thing. I can do my thing, and we're going to be all good, maybe. You just, Mr. Spock, you just have to, well, number one, you need to do content that people are wanting to watch, right? No matter what that may be, or you think it may be. That's basically it. And you need to do it regularly, right? Now, I was sure right, it's not in there, right? Although it might be. See, I thought it was, yeah, it should be in here. Yeah, but you've just got to do it. It's, God, I can't remember what it's called. Well, I can actually. It's called Unicorn. Unicorn. It doesn't matter. I mean, as I said, the important thing now is I'm going to hit 1,000, right? That's not the issue. The issue is that I need 1,000 hours, right? So the best thing for you to do now is open up another Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or whatever, put it on mute, and stick it on a playlist. Usually, anyone, and just start it for the time. Yeah, it's all about watch time now. Because the problem is that you don't get watch time added for live, right? So if you are never anything but live, hi Cat Eats Chips. If you're never anything but live, 1,000 subs when somebody subs, when one more person subs, right? But as I said, it's a kind of false achievement, let's say, because it doesn't do anything until we've also hit 4,000 hours, and I'm still 1,000 short. So yeah. So although it's nice to hit it, and thank you guys, you've got me there, it really doesn't make any difference until we hit the 4,000 hours. Right. So basically I have showed you what I still do shaders again now because of that crash. Yeah, we were looking for that multiple directional lights or competing to be the single one used for forward shading, translucent water or volumetric fog. Please adjust their forward shading priority to a fallback. The main directional light will be selected based on overall brightness. Right. So as I showed you guys, everything else is still working. The only thing is the displacement of our snow is the only thing that isn't working. Right? We've got everything else working on the map. As we can see, if we load up our world partition map, alright, what does that say? Spatially loaded actor. References non-spatially loaded actor. Well, that's weird. Wait a minute. Right, so they are. We're going to load that region. You guys will probably see when I hit 1,000 subscribers before I do, because for some reason Streamlabs only sometimes shows me if somebody has subscribed, and I can't watch the chat or the actual stream, so I don't know from that either. So usually I find out later on, or somebody tells me in the chat, oh, you've hit 1,000, and honestly it's usually news to me. Is there something playing in the background? Is there some video playing in the background? Yeah, apparently there was. Right, so where was that? Let me see. God, I can't remember where that blooming thing is. It's not in game images, is it? Nah, it's not in there. And I don't think it's... I didn't put it in here either. And it's not in there either. Where in the goddamn it? So it's not in there. Alright. Here it is. Right. Right, so hopefully you've got music again. Right, this is taking a little bit of time to get going. Right, so we're back running again. And I can't see a blooming thing. Oh yeah, we're looking at that spatial thing, weren't we? And what that actually means, even though we don't really know. And I don't know if this is doing something or it's just sitting there staring at me. Now, I have noticed something about the spatial thing. Now, interestingly, that says 3,579. That's cool. Right, so it's only loaded in so many things, right? Now, I'm just wondering here, if I type is spatially loaded, what does that actually mean? Determine if the actor is spatially loaded when placed in a partitioned world. If true, right, so let's click on that. See, that says our new landscape actor spatially loaded. So it would seem like we need to say yes. But it won't let me actually click that. I guess, no. Well, that's weird. Now the other weird thing is why I cannot see 2 inches in front of me. right? What is making that? Now, I'm guessing it is the daylight and night cycle, right? Oh, look at that. I'm wondering if that's right. That doesn't look right. It might be right, actually. But there's something going on with volumetric fog in that, I think. Excuse me. Right, we need to see what's going on. Right, it's opening the editor on the right hand, my other screen, by the way. Right. So the question is, here's this skylight thing, right? This might be the directional light thing that's causing us the problem. But then again, it might not. The weird thing is, I had this working in another version of this, right? So it might be worth me actually doing that and finding out what the difference is. Right? But there's definitely something going on. Exponential height fog. So we need to really have a look at this. So what I'm going to do with that in mind is I'm going to open up 4.27 and then I'm going to have a look at the settings in 4.27. Right, because we didn't copy those across, all we did was basically dragged a new blueprint in. So the way I would do this now is to open 4.27 wherever the hell it is. Now you might be thinking, oh my god, you've deleted it. Well, no I didn't. And it might be... Okay, we're going to have to find it manually then. Right, and we do know where it is. It is under backups. Always backup, guys. And here we have Greenland Final 4.27. You see? I did not delete it. Now I could load this for 5.1 as well, but we'll just load it for 4.27 because we know that's an absolutely 100% working one. So if there's any weird stuff going on, Um, it's obviously a better one to do for 4.27 because we know the actual settings that we're working in the actual build, whereas 5.1 we've added that again and then played with the settings and then basically hoping that that's right. Okay, so the better idea here is to load in 4.27 and then look at the settings on that and basically check the settings in our day-night cycle, infinity displacement and infinity weather, and also oceanology. Just check all of those things. Now, I've got a sneaky suspicion this directional light needs to go. Right? So, basically, can we not set it as apparently not auto activate? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. Right. And then I'm going to delete it. And I didn't think it would make any difference. Right, now what I want to see if it's going to make any difference. Remember how we're getting this error? Right? Well, we might not get that error anymore. Because it might have been that directional light that was screwing things up. Now look at the speed that our day-night cycle's running at. If you look at the clock, right, that shows you there's something weird going on. So what we need to do is actually set this up. So what I think's happening is our day-night cycle is basically running at super speed, which means that it's really screwing everything up. Right, now this is a 4.27 version. Right, so we're going to close that down. I'm going to take this on the right hand side here. We are quickly going to check if we've hit 1,000 subscribers so we can all say yay. We haven't hit it yet, so any of you guys up there in the chat who hasn't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. Now I am not going to see your guys' chats for a second or two because basically I am opening the project on the right on my other screen in 4.27. So you'll notice here this is not good. Cycle speed per day. I think this is actually 5 minutes. Right, I'm having to zoom out a bit here. Right, so what we got in this persistent map, and apparently nothing, but we need to definitely load that. I'm an idiot. We had 7 actors in their landscape, blah 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 blah. Right, anyway. So I think this is actually set to the same thing. Right, and I'm now working on the right hand side. Right, I'm looking at the data. As I said, I could kind of show you this, but there's not much point, and it's pretty small, and it's just going to basically get in the way. Right, I'm going to have to probably unload that. Right. We have landscape. Right, so we don't have a CPP light per se. Day-night cycle. Even though we do. Right, so we're basically looking for cycle. Right, I'm going to load in 3.0. It has to have it. Where is where's this day-night cycle? Basically, this is what I had to do with everything, right? I had to load all these in before I exported them. Now, I would have thought our day-night cycle apparently we don't have a day-night cycle, which means it must be working off of something else, right? But I'm 100% sure it wasn't. I'm going to close that down. Right, okay. So basically what I'm going to have to do is load in the other 5.1 version, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, but hey ho, needs done, I suppose. So this is where we don't want to screw this up and overwrite something or do something kind of weird. Right. So this was kind of the one, right, that was kind of working, and it had kind of the displacement working, but also kind of didn't. Right, and now Streamlabs and YouTube don't like my streaming output because of the various projects run, which is all rather awesome. But we're going to get there, don't worry, we'll get there in the end. Minimize that down. Right, now I did have the day-night cycle working in this, so I should be able to basically get the weather controller. I had everything working so that we had a night cycle. It wasn't brilliant, but it worked. And it wasn't as extreme as this, right? This is not good. Right, so we're just going to have to load this up. And hope that we can just copy over some of the settings. We are going to be able to copy over some of the settings, it's just a matter of getting them right. Right, I've got a project open on the left hand side. Alright. I'm just going to have a... I'm glad I opened on the right hand side so as not to confuse us, but anyway. Going to have to load that up. Right, so our main issue here is, or the thing we want to find is not the landscape. Right, it's actually this day-night cycle. Right, and this like initial gradient, a lot of these are basically defaults, but I don't know if the defaults are what we actually want. And we actually, funnily enough, we might actually want to load the test map for this, because those will all have come across straight. Yeah, I should probably have loaded that. Damn it. Oh well. The fun you have. As I said, this will take a couple of days for us to get used to, get settled in with Unreal Engine 5. But as I said, we were looking over it on Saturday night, because what we did, and this is the end of the story by the way, so tried to upload mine. I had built it into Unreal Engine 5, got all the meshes across, did all that stuff, and then we left it till the Saturday morning. Still wasn't, it was basically just saying it was still merging. That was after 16 hours, and we thought that isn't happening. So I had already written a document with basically the steps to take it from 4.274 to 5.1. Because I envisaged that what would happen would be exactly what happened. It didn't bloody work, right? So we had to build it on his machine and then transfer it to GitHub, right? So that's basically what we did. That didn't finish till yesterday around 4 PM or something. It all took a lot of time, as these things do. Right, so I am actually going to go back to maps and load the test map. Right, I'm doing it on the right hand side here, sorry. I think I'm thinking that you guys can see this, but obviously you can't, right? But anyway, So basically we rebuilt the maps, right, and we were taking a look over it to make sure everything's working. And the main thing that one of the main problems in 4.27 was the method of level streaming. Right, now with world partition it's much easier to do the level streaming. Right, it's basically automatically does it for you. All you need to set up are a few things and you're basically good to go. Right, so I'm looking at our thing now. I'm looking at our day-night cycle, and it looks different. This looks completely different. Yeah, this looks completely different. Unless... yeah, okay. Right, better. Okay, that's my wife coming back, I think. And the dog can tell. The dog can tell for about 100 yards away the sound of our car. And he knows when she's coming back. Right, so here we go. We've got this. Selected preset should actually be Northern Lights clear. Right, our daytime cycle, these should both be 30. It's not 30 seconds, it's 30 minutes. That should be 30 minutes. Right. This should be 10. This should be 14. I'm going to turn the mic off for a second, guys. Okay guys, dog might go mad again, but just ignore the speed up clouds is yes. Northern latitude 70, that's 14. Sun start time is a weird number for some reason. Now I did take these values out of 4.27, so well, these are coming directly from 4.27. That's rubbish, right? This one should be that, right? This one should be 70. Then day-night time should be 10. That one's alright. Then we move on to clouds fill. Point 5 is right. 1. Right, this isn't right. This should be 0.25. 1031.00, so that's okay. Right, next thing is the moon. Right, so moon intensity should be 4, then 0.02, whoa, that should be 4,500, so it's a big moon, except we need to make it actually 4,500. Right, moon flare size is 0.02. Oh no, it shouldn't, it should be 0.4. And then that should be 0.02. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Right. So next, 3, that's alright. And now we go to the sun. One 4.9, 0.57, right, so that's fine. Fog. Right, let's get to the foggy bottom of this. Volumetric fog, fog, medium, day, 0.55, 1, 300.1, okay. Then we come to night, 0.411, 0 to 50, that's fine. And the next one is weather, 50. Oh, puddle size. Well, actually we've got rain first. 0.051. Everything looks okay there. Okay. So we're doing puddles now. So we'll close this one down. 496.622.35, these all look right. Water angle 0.2.3, 2000, 8000, 22, right. We're going to go with that. Now we're going to imagine that thunder is really sound. 20, right, that's alright. Then we have aurora. Right, that looks okay. I'm not 100% sure on that one actually. But, okay, whatever. We've got use dynamic weather. Right, and this should be 40. And then we'll go to lighten. 1.15, 65, 51. That looks alright. Then we go to level lights. 60, dynamic light, nothing tech emissive. Okay. Ah, that's nothing. And these are the presets. I don't think we need to change anything in here. So I'm kind of guessing it's, yeah, those are all the same. Right, so those are all the presets, right? So the only one now, this was the normal, right? So let's go down and find that one. Normal lights. Name. Right. Copy that. You'll notice that's 0. That's 0. Right, that's 0.6. Right, and the fog day is 0.01. 0.5, 1 and 0. Gotta have a bit of patience for this, by the way, guys, which I tend to have. Now I'm not 100% sure why that volumetric fog is still doing that crap, but we'll get there. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is fog night. Right, 0.02, 0.5, 10300. Okay. So we've got rainy day, rainy night, which is basically the same. Lightning. Okay. So we have, let me copy that and paste. That's 0.07. 0.07. I don't know what any of this. Oh, look at that. You see how much I'm concentrating? I didn't even see that changing. Right. So that's 5 and that's 0.4. Right, so you can see now things are happening, right? So the weight is 0.1, 10 and 60. And then has aurora is true. And the aurora intensity is 5. Right? So now if I do save all, now we do a play. In theory, at night we should get a clear kind of clear night, depending on the weather. Right, we are going to have to wait because it starts, I believe, at 11, right? So we're going to have to wait for a minute, but we've got the patience. So at night it should clear up and basically go to an aurora. Right, but we're going to have to wait in it doing it. But it will do it, believe me. As I said, I just want to get this basically set up so that it works. Then I'll push it, and basically any tweaks that my colleague wants to make, he can make them, right? So you can see now we're beginning to get some snow. We haven't got snow on the ground yet. Because this should be full of snow, but it's not. Or at least that's the way it was originally. I don't know if my colleague has changed it. Because it looks as if this part has got snow. Right. It's kind of got snow, but it kind of hasn't. Nah, I don't think it has. Now, we should be able to look at you can see the water lapping against the edge. Right, so that's looking okay. Right, we do want to change it. We do want it to change to night. So that we can actually see night time. Go on time, pass by. Should just have went for a wander around there. Come on, hello darkness, my old friend. I wonder if I do start FPS. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it'd be great, but running the editor, by the way, does not give you a good guide to what actual frame rate you're getting. So don't try that at home, kids. Right, give me a second. I'm going to minimise this other one. As I said, I can't see the chat, so if you guys are chat, oh, it says 1,000. Does it? Well, let's see. Well, we're waiting on night time. Yep, we've hit 1,000. I have a little 1,000-y thing. So look, but we haven't hit this one. We need 4,000. Hey, I'm on 1K. Right, it should be getting dark. I mean, there is going to be a twilight, I suppose. There should be an aurora. Thanks, Mr. Spock, that'll help. As long as you don't run too many of them, because it knows. YouTube knows if it's all coming to the same computer, you know. But that's working well, and thanks guys for getting me to 1,000. I appreciate it. That's fantastic. It's obviously you guys hitting the subscribe button that does that for me. We've got like a lightning there. We've got lightning, but we've not got... I think the weather needs to be... Basically, you need to be right. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to say, if you've enjoyed the stream, hit like and subscribe. And hit the little bell thing, apparently. Right, check out the description. There's links to Discord for the game, my personal Discord, Patreon, my previous game on Steam, the Kickstarter preview and website. I shall be back in 4 hours time. I'm going to continue with this probably. I don't know how much, but I'll be back in 4 hours and I'll probably have fixed up some of this so that we've actually got a very perceivable day-night cycle where it just looks like you're in the fog, and we'll sort that out. Right, so hopefully you can join me again. As I said, I appreciate you guys getting me to 1,000, and hopefully we can just march on from there, basically. So thanks again, bye bye for now. Bye Lucid, bye Mr. Spock, catch you guys later.